Hi everyone, welcome back to Grandpa Mark's Hobbies and a new airbrush from Gaahleri. Really not a new airbrush, but an updated airbrush. Let's go down to the desktop and I'll show you what I'm talking about. You all know that I have two of the Aventus airbrushes. I got the original that came out where they sent us out the repair parts and all that, and then I had this one that Jerome said he wanted me to have one of the new ones that didn't need anything. And I loved it. I absolutely did love this thing. But Gaahleri is now manufacturing in house, tightened up standards, changed things around, and the new version is out. This has some changes in it that she told me I will really like. Not only did they tighten up the, I haven't even opened this yet. Ooh, I love the color. I love that. Not only did they tighten up the tolerances on everything, but they changed the jet cap up front. So let's see what is hooked up here and what we got. So right now we are set up with a 0.2, just like the old timer, and I really like the throttle on this. Um, right off the rip, I can feel that this is nice. Smoother, let's put it that way. I'm coming up to the stop here. Yeah, much smoother. And to be honest with you, I thought this was really smooth. This is a lot smoother. Now, they said they changed the jet. So let's open this thing up. The threads are different. I'll tell you that right now. The threads are clean. I'm going to put it back on. Wow. The threads are clean, really clean. I can just in that I can tell a difference. Now, when I go to clean an airbrush, it's the same thing. I'll have the cup on. I'll clean off the cup. The first thing that comes off is the cup. Get it out of the way. Then I'll loosen up the lock nut, and I'm going to pull the needle back just so it comes out of the tip and jet. And then what I like to do is just to make sure that I got it out of the tip and the jet, I'm going to pull back on this and get all the way back out of there. So now let's just unscrew this. Oh, and that's tight. That's dang diddly tight. This piece I know just spins around. I leave it on the other one, but that's tight. Let me grab a rag because Snicker bar fingers here. I don't usually put mine together. Oh, I've been working with steam all week, and my fingers are. I don't have any finger grips because as soon as I grabbed it with a towel, it was like nothing. That was all on me. So I'm going to pull the needle out. We just set that assembly out of the way, but I want to get the needle out of here just so there's no way for me to mess the needle up. And what I do when I clean it is I push it forward and I'll grab it right up here and I'll actually pull the airbrush away, leaving this right where it is for two reasons. I don't want to pull it out this way and bump into something, my finger come up, and this thing stick me. And the other reason is it's easy. I'm right-handed. So I'm going to get that out of the way. Let's take a look at this real quick. I am serious. I just opened the box with you here, and I like it. Ooh, look inside. Nice. That'll be easy to clean. Very nice. Let's see what they did here with this. She said I'm going to be... Oh, that's tight in there. And that's That's stainless. What was new and everything, and I asked her not to so I could see for myself. But I can see right now that this jet is stainless steel. Oh, and it's sharp. It's cut. It's cut really tight. All right, we're going to open up the old one. And again, I'm going to do it the same way. Yeah, definitely. That's brass. That's stainless. It looks pretty close to the same in the configuration, even with my visor on. Yeah, that looks good. It really does. It seems like it's just it has to be just a shadow. But it seemed like this is cleaner than that tip. It is. This tip is definitely made a little bit different at the tip. Okay. So that's where we are there. What's the differences here? I do not see any at all. So they just updated it. And she said that they were working on tolerances. And I can feel that right here. This is a lot tighter tolerance than they used to be. It goes in nice, but it is tight in there. And what that's going to do is that's going to keep that air from just sloshing around. It's going to tighten that up. I can see exactly where they're going with that. That all looks the same. Let's take the cap off. We'll do hand to hand here. The opening is bigger. The opening is a little bit bigger here. In there. That's just not me seeing things. That is definitely bigger. So there's going to be more air coming through it too. So you got more air coming into it, and then it's tighter, so it's gonna it's gonna make a difference. That's all pretty much the same for my blind eyes to see. Trigger looks the same. This feels, I can feel, you know what, it might just, no. This comes down easier. That's what it is. It's not as tight on the Schrader valve. This pulls in easier. I knew I could feel a difference there. The Schrader valve is tighter on this one. So let's reassemble this thing. No, let's not. We're going to keep this here. Let's pull this 0.4 out, because that's what I'm going to use first anyhow. They have it in foam. And now, it's just in foam now. They don't have that rubber end on it. But now, look, they have a black line on there so you can keep them separated. Thank you very much. I'm going to put that down. I'm going to put this one right back in the tube. What I will do is I will have my label maker, And I'm going to write on here, new Aventus. This is the Titan Mist, so I'll put Aventus Titan Mist on this, and I will put this in my storage box so that I know which needle is in there so that I'm not getting needles messed up between airbrushes. Because I do use a bunch of airbrushes, and that's the last thing I need is to get jacked up with that. Same thing. And same tolerances. Wow. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to leave that. We're going to put this right back in here, back in here, back in the box, so there's no way I am going to mess this up. I'm curious as how this trigger pull is going to make a difference here, because it does feel great. That was tightened up pretty good. I'm going to put it on the way I always do. I'm still gawking at it. I had to make sure I didn't switch them. Bring it down just so it touches. You don't have to jam it in there. And nothing needs to be cranked. Just get it snug. Man, the threads on this are awesome. Let's see how the cup, because I didn't even... Yeah, even that, I can feel a difference. These are tight. These are really tight. That's not going to fall off. I know a lot of people were complaining that the caps fall off. It's not a never mind for me because I usually spray with the cap off anyhow. But this one, I can feel it is nice and tight on there. I'm actually kind of putting my thumb under it and pulling it. And I'm not, as you look, I'm not pushing it all the way in either. It'll go down even farther. So yeah, you're not going to spill, you're not going to dump it out that way. All right. Let's head over to the spray booth here and we'll find a body or something and spray. All right. We're at the spray booth. I got the compressor set at 27 psi. Let me turn the light on and the fan on low. I hope you can hear me well. If not, we're going to do a dub over. All right, we are at 27 pounds. I hope you can hear me over top of the fan. If not, I'll dub this over. I just got a car body out that I sprayed one time just to do a test on it. I'm going to spray the roof with Cosmic Black. So let's see how this goes. I didn't do anything to the airbrush whatsoever. The only thing I have done is the Cosmic Black went in the vortex for, I don't know, like a minute, I think that is. So we'll see how this sprays. I always have high hopes for these, and I know they always work good. So you can see my spray booth is all clean. Oh, okay. So right off the rip, I know this is going to spray some paint. Let me try a spoon before I even just go blasting away here to get the feel of this trigger. Holy smikies. You don't need to pull that trigger back far. I love that color. This is Cosmic Black, by the way, in Gaahlerie's Automotive A set. There's a huge difference in how this paints. I am in control. Totally in control. I can see what the paint's doing, and I can adjust really easy. No, I did not sand this. I didn't do anything. So any ripples you see, I didn't even dust it off. I just wanted to see how it went. Let's do the body. What the heck? I got some paint left in here. Let's do a little bit of this body just to see how it looks on this. And look at the crazy. Oh yeah. Like I said, I'm out of paint now. That painted really, really nice. You can see when I was coming across, I did adjust a little bit and drop the paint out. The bubbles and all that, that's because this thing hasn't been washed, sanded, squat. It was just, I grabbed it and painted. You can see where it was prepped. The paint was doing very well. But the airbrush is a win. Let me clean this thing off, and I'm going to do it while we're recording. If you don't want to watch it, you can fast forward through this, but I'll show you how I clean my airbrushes. I like that color. It did right away. I knew that I liked the feel of the trigger because I felt totally in control. Sometimes, you know, you get an airbrush and it doesn't feel right. You can't get it to do exactly what you want. This did exactly what I wanted. So now when I'm cleaning an airbrush, I leave the air turned on for a bit. I take some of my cleaning solution. I'll fold up a little paper towel like this and just put some on it, right on that fold. Look at how nice my spray booth looks. That won't last long. And then I put it in here. I give it a couple of spins. That's why I love this, because I don't have to worry about untwisting the cord. Give it a couple of spins with the dry. And all that really does is gets all the stuff that's in the cup out. And then I'm going to put some, sorry about that, I'm going to put some in the cup, just like that. Finger over to the tip. I'm going to pull it back and see it bubbling up. Just touch it with your finger. I do that twice. Then I put it in here and get rid of it. And that's just the first through. Boy, that went through that fast. This is going to be my body painter. Now I'm going to flush this out. I'll take all that yucky, just blow it down in there, grab a little bit, throw it in, and then we're going to bubble it out again. And you can see it doesn't bubble up like it did. Most of the paint is out of there now. Take that. And now when I'm blowing it out, I'm pulling the trigger back and forth. And it's empty. One more time. Put it in. Now I'm going to put a little bit more in. And we're going to hit it. And I even do this the same, what I'm doing right now, in between colors. Because it's just so easy to tear these things down. Give it a clean. And when I'm pulling it back and forth, I'm just moving that needle back and forth there to get rid of the paint that might be on it, just to help it loosen up. It probably doesn't do a dang thing, but it makes me sleep better at night. All right. Once more with the paper towel in the cup. We're going to lose the air. I'm going to reach down. I'm going to turn the compressor off because I'm almost done with it. Now let's tear this down. So I always start with the cup, a clean Q-tip, and I come around the threads on the outside, just like this. Come around the inside, and look at not a darn thing. Nothing. Then I just take the pointy part to make myself feel better with life. Wipe that off. This gets put out of the way. Now with the brush, I always take the back off first. Just like I said over there. Loosen up the jam nut, and I'll come back about that far. I tighten it back up too, just so for some reason it doesn't end up on the floor. Pull the trigger back. Take this off. Everything comes with it. In the pot it goes. In the pot it goes. In the pot it goes. Now we got the needle to clean. Push forward. Take this. Come around. Pull the airbrush out the way. Remember, I had all this stuff on here. Might as well use some of it. Pull that through. I'm going to do this 3 times, usually 4 or 5 or whatever. And then I look at that tip. We hardly used anything. There's not going to be any buildup. Tip looks clean. I put that out of the way. And yes, I have lost that sitting right there because of the shine. Usually when I first clean it. Now we're going to take a close look. Sorry, my visor. I have my visor on still. We're going to take a close look at the airbrush itself. I always put my finger down on this and push just so it doesn't end up on the floor. I'll swab this out real good. I'm going to swab around the threads. And I twist the Q-tip in my finger while I do that. Clean out the inside. Little tiny bit of residue in there. Hit it with this one, and I'm going to do that one more time. I don't want anything left in there. It only takes a second. This is so easy. Yeah, they say now we're clean. This is so easy that it only takes a minute or so extra to do the whole thing than it does to just blow it out and throw the next color in and then find out that, oops, I should have. That sprayed really nice. There was nothing on there at all. But just so you don't find out, oh, darn it, I didn't get all the paint out, and now I got a weird line going down the first 2 rows. This is easy. Wipe off the tip. Anything around it, just wipe it off, and then just flip this around. Put it in there. Give it a turn. I love these pointy ones. They go all the way up to the end. Give it a turn. Wipe it off again. Usually you don't get anything on there. And now with the jet, we're going to take this and just back flush it. You see how I pulled that forward this time? I'm going to do that again. It's pulling anything that's in there. And now, that, gosh, that goes through there so easy. Then we're just going to push one through. We're going to call that clean. Set that out of the way. Chuck that in there. I don't like to set this down because it will roll. So I'll put it back in. And I'm not kidding, just by the feel of this, I can feel the tension is better. Put that on. And what I do when I put these on, if you've never done them, go backwards just a little bit and you'll feel it click, and then bring it forward. That click lines those threads up so that you don't accidentally cross-thread it. I've never cross-threaded on that. It's just a habit I have. I work in the machine shop and in the maintenance department for all my life. Tighten it up. Back goes on. I love these where they have the hole cut in. I can see what I'm doing. Just a little bit tight there, not going nuts with it. when I'm doing this, I'm letting my hands just glide across it with tension. I'm not cranking on it. The lid back on. Blow it out. Give it a shake. I didn't push that on. Give it a shake. There, see, that's not going anywhere now. And I'm done. Now I'm going to blow the rest of the airbrush out. Lid on. Kill this dang fan. Let's go back over to the table. All right. My first impressions are I love it. I like the trigger. I like the pull. I didn't have to tighten anything up. You can adjust the pull, but you can't really adjust the trigger for the push down. And this feels good. When the air was on it, it felt a little bit tighter because it was pushing back that air. But man, I'm telling you, this thing really, I wasn't pulling back hardly at all to dump that air out of there like that, or the paint out of there. It moves the paint. This is going to be the 0.4. I'm going to probably leave in this. I'll switch the 0.2 out to this one and run it like that because I like the way this feels a lot better. I will put the 0.2 in here when we go to town. I have a build that's coming up that I'll use this exclusively on that. Clear coat the whole 9 yards. But I mean, it sprays. It sprays nice. These things base price out at $194.99. Right now, they're $165.99. And if you use my coupon code, you get 10% off of that too. So it's not a bad price for the airbrush. You're not buying just a user. You're buying a good airbrush. I am very happy with this. Like I said, I'll long-term this just like I've done with my compressor and my everything else. The Vortex, I'm in love with. You saw that video. Now we have the Aventus. This is the Aventus 2, they're calling it. It's the updated on the updated one. And I'll tell you what, I can feel a difference right off the bat. So jump on over to Gaahleri and see what you think. Use my coupon code Grandpa Mark on their webpage to grab 10%. Go to the Amazon store or the Gaahleri store on Amazon and use my PD coupon code. It is in the description. That'll get you 10% off there, and that includes sale prices on both of those. So not a bad thing at all. Let's not forget about our veterans, our active duty people, and our first responders for putting it out there every single day. I appreciate it, and I salute each and every one of you, and thank each and every one of you. And with that, I want to thank each and every one of you for the thumbs up, the comments, the subscriptions. If you got a cell phone, somehow there's a hype thing. I can't figure it out yet. I'm going to have Rusty show me or one of my grandkids. But with that, I'll let y'all go. Y'all have a great day, a better tomorrow, and thanks for stopping by.